right, folks. This is Hawk, and we are still out here at Free Comic Book Day. Kate, it's been a crazy day.
It has been. I've been out here all day. The Comic Cave has been busy pretty much all day long, and it's been awesome.
40% off of a lot of great stuff, specials all day long, and of course, free comics. Free comics. I mean, come on. It's like a geek's dream. I'm giving you stuff for free. Just show up and take it. That's awesome. The other awesome part is the celebrities.
That's right. There's a lot of really great local artists, and we're here with one of them now.
So please introduce our very special geek guest.
We've got Adam McLaughlin with us, and he is going to be putting out a local comic later this year called Listen to the Thunder.
Welcome to the show, Adam.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
So, we're all geeks, so we're going to have a little geek talk. When did your geek start?
Pretty young, but I didn't get into comics till I was in college, actually. I had a project where we had to do comic book covers, and I went to a local comic book shop, and that's when I fell in love, So
what was the first comic book that you fell in love with?
Actually, it would have to be Fables. An independent comic, still running, almost finished with this run, but it's fascinating. The artwork's been consistent and beautiful the entire time. So,
knowing that artists are more visual persons than everyone else, have you been following the latest trend of movies and television shows with superheroes and geekdom and fandom that's been going on here lately?
Mostly the movies. TV shows not so much, but I have been, the news on them and how they tie into all the stories, because it's a very exciting time to be a nerd.
Exactly. Is it not? It's like the best time in the world to be a nerd. So following that, what's your favorite character right now as far as the movie? It's just on the movies, because we all have actually already seen Age of Ultron already too. Okay. So what's your all-time, like, God, I want to draw this guy if I can?
That would have to be the Hulk, actually. And I've always thought the Hulk has been a very two-dimensional character, just as a monster, he's kind of the bulk of this show, but the Age of Ultron movie really put him into a three-dimensional character that you relate to. And so he's the one that I definitely gravitate to right now.
I could say as a whole, we're all not upset with what Marvel Studios and Joss Whedon is doing. I actually can even see a little bit of where they're going with a lot of different characters, which is so super cool. I mean, things can go wrong, though, right? We all know that.
They can, but I mean, if you watch, like, the hype that Daredevil has and the appreciation you see the fans bring to it, that character, again, that story needed to be told as a TV show and not as a movie, and the guy's just killing it.
So now, being one of us, being a geek, when you sit down to draw, what's just out of our current, what's going on with us, what's influencing you right now the most?
Ooh, I would say Tocchini from Low, puts out Low. The guy's all over the place. He's amazing. Just amazing. Let's put it that way. Matteo Scalera is another artist that I follow, and his style is completely different from mine. So when I look at it, it's dirty, it's raw, and it almost makes me cringe, but I can appreciate it too because it's beautiful storytelling. And and as far as artists go, but Scott Snyder is one of the writers that I'm following a lot too.
I personally like different artists. I like that you guys are different. What artist? What major name? If he calls you right now, you leave Free Comic Book Day and go draw with him.
Yep, Greg Capullo, definitely. That's the man. I got to meet him actually about 6 months ago for the first time, and he's the reason I love comics. I picked up Creech was the first comic I ever picked up. Someone bought for me, and I fell in love with him, his style, Spawn, and what he's doing with Batman right now.
Gotta love Spawn. Spawn is one of the most unappreciated, underdone characters of all time.
Yep, that's exactly right. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of detail that art requires, and that and the storytelling was just, it could have been a really easy surface level story to tell, and they went all the way with it.
I have two of your fans here, which oddly enough they're two of my fanatics, and they both look like they could probably ask you questions all day long. So I'm gonna let Chris ask a couple of quick questions.
All right, so Free Comic Book Day, everyone has a great time out here. What convinced you to come to the Comic Cave for this day?
Josh, the owner, actually. He's where I get my comics, but I wasn't here last year. And Josh, getting to know him this last year and his heart actually for, he is the quintessential comic book store. You walk in, he knows your name, he knows what you like, and he's got 2 or 3 comics to recommend to you as well. So.
Oh yeah, I always find extra stuff in my box for me too.
He's like, yeah, I thought you would like that. So, thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and he normally seems to have a pretty good idea of what you'd be into, and it's a great store. I feel like family coming in here.
Yeah.
So, out of all the comics that you're reading right now, what would you say is your favorite?
I'll give you 3 if that
works.
Not a problem. The 3 I look forward to the most: Invincible, Batman.
Right. It's their number. It's like one of the number 1 books.
Oh my gosh! Written by Robert Kirkman, who wrote The Walking Dead. So I mean, it's a completely different story than The Walking Dead, obviously, but it's a fantastic superhero story. Batman with Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder, and Lowe. Those are 3.
You can never go wrong with Batman. I mean, unless maybe you're Ben Affleck, then maybe you can go wrong with Batman.
Who do you think can beat Batman?
Oh gosh!
My son says no one, so that's why I'm asking that question whenever I can find a Batman fan, just to see if he'll disagree with you.
I mean, I can list off people who should, and it'll never will happen. But like from his rogue gallery, it's like I don't see how anyone like Clayface. Clayface would kill him. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Thank you. Which I never did like the Clayface character because he was too good, but I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you. That ultimate power thing is always a problem.
Yes.
Oh, did you have a third one?
Lowe.
Oh, Lowe. Okay,
yeah,
yep.
Lowe was Tocini. It's when you read it, you feel like you're watching an '80s fantasy story, one that you're just immersed in the story and in the world that he creates. It's upside down. It's amazing.
Now you're going to make me a fan of that
Seriously,
comic.
You need to be a fan. It's incredible.
All right, I'm going to pass you off to Kate real quick.
All right, and as I mentioned earlier, Adam is working on his own comics, so tell us a little bit about what that's going to be.
Okay. It's a horror comic, werewolf horror comic that kind of pays a homage to 80s horror, where it's not a slasher, but it is a thought-provoking. It's basically, the way I tell people, it's a reconciliation story between father and son. Just happens to have werewolves who really screw things up for them. So it's going to be bloody, but you're going to love these characters.
Awesome. Excellent.
So let's get out of superheroes for just a second, because the world of geekdom has been so amazing, and we're heading. I think it's funny. Age of Ultron was our first movie in the beginning of you can't even call it summer, but it was the first one. Is there anything you're looking forward to after that? I mean, it's kind of downhill after that, in my opinion, so they're going to have to really impress the heck out of me for the rest of the year. I'd have made that last, because our next, to me, then we got to wait till Christmas to get something awesome.
You know what? I wasn't looking forward to the Fantastic Four movie. And I am now. I'm actually.
I gotta watch the same trailer you watched, because the one I watched made me. I wanted to write them and ask to see if they can give me my time back.
No, I don't know what it was. I'm just like you. I'm like, okay, they've changed too much of the story for me to really dig into them. But I don't know. With the buzz and other people have talked about, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be decent.
I'm still stuck in. I'm okay with December.
See, my problem with the Fantastic Four movie was the fact that it looked great until the very end when it said Fantastic Four.
which is what a lot of our fans are saying. This exact same thing. It looks like a great movie until they find out it's a Fantastic Four movie. So, we got Star Wars.
Yeah, we got Star Wars. I'm looking forward to Star Wars. I saw the teaser trailer, and I remember when the music kicked up, I felt excited again. I want to see it.
I'm looking forward to having the full marathon the day before. I'm going to introduce my children to the whole Star Wars universe all on the same day. And then, of course, you've got Jurassic World.
Yep, Jurassic World. I was not looking forward to that at all. I'm like, this looks dumb. Until last night I saw the trailer for it.
The second trailer for Jurassic World will change your mind.
Convinced me. Yep.
Then you've got Ant-Man.
I definitely want to see it. I mean, I love what's his name? Paul Rudd. Yeah, I love Paul Rudd, and I think he's going to do great with it.
Then there's the Terminator just came out already. So did it not come out? It should be coming out. I've heard no good buzz about this movie whatsoever, but it's like from an iconic world, so you kind of got to want to see it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
kind of done after 2, so I'm good.
Then there's, of course, Mad Max.
Mad Max. I didn't grow up with Mad Max, which is interestingly enough, but my sister did, and she's totally psyched for it. So it's fine. It looks like it's going to be a great, just mess with your head type of movie. But for me, it's okay.
I'm interested to talk to people that have seen the first one and this one and see how they compare it.
Right. I mean, God, how many years do we have in between?
As long as it's not the Grace Jones Thunderdome version, we're okay. Not that there was anything wrong with that, and it led to a lot of other great things in other parts of the world, but there's really only one Mad Max. It's like we really didn't need them to redo Escape from New York.
Right. That's true.
So, folks, this is Hawk, and you're listening to Van Action Fan. We're out here at Free Comic Book Day at the Comic Cave here in the Fremont Center, right here in Springfield, Missouri. God, so many great things. Come out and meet Adam, meet David, meet all the other great artists and celebrities. Check out the specials that are just off the chain. It's going to be an amazing summer. It's going to be an amazing day. I'm having so much fun. It's awesome. Again, that's Free Comic Book Day at the Comic Cave right here in the Fremont Center in Springfield, Missouri. My name is Hawk, and you're listening to Fanatics and Fan.